You are a most helpful soul, aren't you, Adol? You have led me to the hideout of these rambunctious runaways. These people have learned all too much about this forsaken land, so of course I cannot permit them to live. However, I do have a rather big heart, and I am going to let you watch as I turn their bodies and souls to ice cold stone.
However, once we get the key from Lilia, the evil voice goes overhead, thanks us for finding the villagers, so that he can turn them into stone. Our goal now is to go back into the shrine, work our way around and find some more items in order to continue on throughout. With that master key, we're able to unlock a few areas we weren't able to go into before, so it opens up a few new places to go to. By going into this room and using the master key, we get the magic of Time Stop. However, just like the time ring from the first Ys game, we really won't be using the magic of Time Stop. It freezes the enemies in place so that you have a little bit easier time defeating them, but overall its usefulness really isn't too high. After going through another long area, we find another door that we have to use the master key in order to open up, and we locate the Iron Shield, one of the best shields in the game. Our next goal is to make it to another part of the sewers that I was in earlier. To get to that, we're going to have to travel almost to the complete opposite side of this place from where we currently are, so we have a very long trek, and we'll finally be in that other part of the sewer. As far as training goes, you may have noticed I really haven't done any training since I left that first town from that basement area. We are going to have to train in order to take out the later bosses, because we need to be a certain level to even do any damage to certain bosses, even the next one. So right before the next boss, there's a little area where we'll be able to train pretty quickly in order to get our level up, and then we're going to be training one other time near the end of the game, right outside of this goddess shrine, which we'll find later. There's a good area to train there as well. The fireball is a great asset here just because of the way you can throw it out and hitting the targets multiple times with only one fireball. Finally making it all the way over to this side, going down these stairs will lead to another hallway, and it'll lead to one of those doors that we need that key in order to unlock. Once in here, you can see the canal kind of on the right side. Go down these stairs and now you're in another part of the sewer that we haven't been to before. There's multiple different paths here, and we're going to be starting going to the right side first. There's a few things we're going to have to get while we're in this area, and later on we're going to have to come back here in order to travel through it again. Inside this chest all the way on the right side of the sewer area is the silver pendant. And the silver pendant is going to allow us to teleport on a certain statue that we're going to see later on after we fight our next boss battle. This is the only item that we need currently in this area. Like I mentioned, we're going to have to come back later, but now we're actually ready to fight that next boss battle. So instead of traveling all the way back through, it's just best to travel back to the village and then work your way back in there. The actual boss battle is right near the beginning of the Solomon Shrine, so this actually works out quite well for us. Making sure that I have my full health back. Every time that you come back in, you have to retransform into the creature using your magic of transform in order to work your way back inside the gate, or they won't let you in. Once we're back in the Solomon Shrine, I untransform from my monster form, going back to human form, and what I'm going to try is, I'm going to try to fight the next boss. If I can't do damage to him, I can leave the room, and then I'm going to have to level up some before I'll actually be able to do damage to him. The thing is, the area right outside here, that opening hallway when I first came in here, was a good place to train. Now in order to do damage, you're just going to be firing fireballs straight at, but as you can see, I can't do any damage to him, I'm too low of a level. I had a fear that that was going to be the problem. So, right here is a great place to train. These knights keep respawning, they're easy to take out with the fireballs, and we're near the village if you want to replenish your health. So I'm going to train here for a little while. After I've trained for a while, I've earned a lot of money from training. It took about 15-20 minutes in order to get to the level that I need to be. Now before I continue on, it's a good idea to go back, replenish my health, but since I do have the money, I will buy a new sword. It's time to buy the Hypercutter, which does cost 20,000 gold, but it's the best sword that we can buy from this town. Also, before I head back in there, I'm going to meet with Evan. He's going to explain a little bit more about the silver pendant. Once I leave Evan's house, just stand still for a few seconds to gain my health back, and then it's time to travel back inside the Solomon Shrine. once again, transform back into our monster form, walk towards the gate, go inside, untransform, and now it's time for us to take out that boss. Since the extra levels I gained were pretty significant, and it's going to really help us out with this boss battle, this boss battle ends up being extremely easy with the right level. All we're going to do is walk right in front of the guy, and then just keep mashing our fire button with our magic of fire, and he'll be taken care of in just a couple of seconds. Just start mashing the fire as soon as possible, as soon as you can start doing damage, and as you can see, his items that he shoots out don't do too much damage to us, and our fireball takes them down with relative ease.